Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight at Fabulous 54 Below. At this time, we would like to remind you to please silence all of your electronic devices, and flash photography is strictly prohibited. Now, please welcome to the stage Broadway's next hit musical.
The night of the 128th Annual Phony Awards. And your host of these Phony Awards at Broadway's next hit musical, and I know that's an awfully long introduction. We better hurry it up because we got to be out of here by 11. Here is your host, Mr. Greg Triggs.
Oh my goodness, thank you, 54 Below, for that sincere and unmanipulated ovation. I appreciate that. We are so excited, and we really are thrilled that all of you are here with us this evening. You know, this has been a long time coming. The Producers Club begged us to play there, and we said no. Don't tell mamas. They sent us a fruit basket, and we said no. We are holding out for the crown jewel of Broadway cabaret, 54 Below. And I'm going to be honest with you. My first thought was, I'm not going to do that. 54 Below is an ageist concept. And I thought, I'm not doing the show without Gary. We won't talk about my age. Then they explained to me that it was called 54 Below because, of course, we are in the space that Studio 54 was in, right? How exciting is that? The debauchery that these walls have seen. Ma'am, where you're eating, Liza Minnelli did coke off of someone's body. Exactly. Mick Jagger's ex-wife was in this room with a naked stallion, ladies and gentlemen. There were all sorts of gross things, and that's not from Studio 54. That's from the last time Lucy Arnaz appeared here. So it's a big room. And and then, of course, you know, word got out that we were performing here, and everyone in town wanted to do the show. And we were fielding agent calls, and they were saying, just kick one of the presenters out. Who's gonna know? I want my star in there. And I said, no. How many shows are you going to ruin, Leah Michelle? So we did not let that happen because we care about our people. Exactly. And people who need people are codependent, ladies and gentlemen. So don't worry about them. Speaking of codependence, I am not on stage alone. I am sure you have noticed the man dressed like an usher, ladies and gentlemen. Have you guys heard of Avenue Q? Our musical director, Gary Adler, was on the original production team. Have you heard of Radio City Music Hall Christmas Spectacular? Gary Adler was the musical director. Have you heard of Hamilton? So has Gary Adler. How about a hand for our musical director, Gary Adler?
Thank you, Greg Triggs. It is lovely to be here tonight. And that Hamilton, I'm glad you mentioned it. That is a super cute show.
Yes.
You should check it out.
What are you most excited about tonight, Gary? After all the years we were on the road, our triumphant return here to the Theater District, what are you most excited about?
If I can be honest, a long, long time ago, I was performing here in sort of a showcase with a number of different pianists and different singers. And while I was in the audience watching, I noticed that the piano player's shoes were extremely well lit under this piano. So that's what I'm most excited about, knowing that my shoes are well lit tonight.
And, folks, at the Liberace Museum in Las Vegas, there is one mannequin without shoes right now. So, folks, it's going to be a very exciting evening. Are you ready for some musical theater royalty? Please welcome tonight's presenters of Broadway's next hit musical, Deborah Rabai, Mallory Kinney, Pat Swearigan, and Rob Schiffman. attractive cast in improvisation, and that's not saying much, ladies and gentlemen. So let me explain to you what is going to happen this evening. Sadly, for most of you, this is going to be the most elegant, exciting evening of your life, because you are about to see songs that were nominated for Broadway's Next Hit Musical, and not the Tony Award, it's even better, the Phony Award, ladies and gentlemen. 3 musicals are going to be vying for your approval, the darlings of the critics. And you are going to decide which one of these 3 snippets you get to see is most deserving of the Phony Award and a full production in the second half of our show. Because we have 4 of New York City's finest improvisers over there, and 3 of them are very talented. Together, we are a virtual who's that of the entertainment industry. We have clawed straight to the middle, and by God, we are holding on for dear life. Now, I need to remind you that everything you see tonight is going to be based upon ideas we got from you and improvised for the first time anywhere. Exciting songs like Shrouded Purple, from a depressed person named Alex, everyone. So you know the kind of ideas we're going to be working with this evening. And I want you to remember that since the entire show is based on your ideas, if it is not funny, it is your fault. So do not let that happen. Do you promise to have fun? Awesome. We are so excited that our first presenter could be here this evening. Just a couple of days ago, she was in Columbia working at a musical theater camp, and she's here now. So in other words, to be here tonight, she had to come from away. Ooh, the theatrical references will be flying this evening, folks. Put your hands together for Deborah Rabai.
Everyone. What a great honor it is for you to be here tonight at 54 Below, a place where musical theater was born and died. But we'll be born again tonight in this first nominated song, a song which each and every time I sing it feels like the very first time. And of course, that song is, oh my. The pavement grows flowers while our garden is empty. The pavement grows flowers while our garden is empty comes to us from the musical Haunted Garden. It's true. The musical Haunted Garden is a mystical musical. Haunted Garden tells the story of a sweet little town where everyone gets along and everything is perfect and fine, until one day a stranger kind of arrives, sort of a witchy, warlocky sort of person, and because they never got love from their mother, they want to take it out on everybody else and cast spells and stuff. And so everything starts dying in the town, and the town decides to come together and give a big, massive hug to that witchy, warlock person. And in this song that I sing, the pavement grows flowers while our garden is empty, I play the next door neighbor to the witchy, warlocky person, and I am just talking to the witchy, warlocky person, not knowing they're the ones that have created this barrenness in my particular garden. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as if that weren't enough, it probably is. But what I failed to mention is one of the things that made this song and musical so memorable were the way the actors moved their bodies, the dance. In the industry, we call it choreography. You're welcome. And what I forgot to mention too, this is amazing, Gary Adler, the choreographer of Haunted Garden is here tonight at the Phony Awards. Yes, Gary Adler, There you are. Don't look away like it's not you. It is you. Stand up and accept your accolades. Oh, what an honor. Stay standing. I'm not done with you. Now we go way back. We've had so many rehearsals together. Oh, my goodness. So, wow, you're such a task mistress. So it's clear that I know your name, but if you don't mind telling everyone else your name. Amy, I know. Amy, if you wouldn't mind, right from where you are, I truly hate to put you on the spot. I hate it. If you wouldn't mind just showing us all that one signature dance move. It's the one with your arms and your legs, you know. Yes! That's it! Thank you, Amy. What an honor for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your magic wands ready and your pixie dust as we listen to the song, The Pavement Grows Flowers While Our Garden is Empty, from the musical Haunted Garden, featuring the choreography of Amy. Grow.
They won't ever grow.
Reynaldo,
Yes.
my next door neighbor.
Yes.
Oh my, you're covered in boils. Is that
Yes.
monkeypox? Oh my.
This is how we are, my people. It's very offensive.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I'm being a bad neighbor. But the truth is that
How are your daffodils doing?
they're daffodonting.
What a shame!
Thunder sound! Thunder sound!
They've...
Lightning flash.
Oh. I guess we're saying the weather now.
That's
Sunshine.
what happens. It used to be that the weather actually happened. Not anymore.
I know. My
And thus your little flowers
my
don't
daffodils are not growing. My chrysanthemums have shattered my heart.
Well, now you know how I feel and how my people feel and how we felt for so many years. How do you think I felt? How was my heart supposed to grow? I was never nurtured the way you tried to nurture your daffodonts.
I brought you chocolate chip banana muffins when you moved in.
I'm allergic to both chocolate and banana. Double dose of pain.
Oh!
This is my half cat, half moose. It's my goose.
Ronaldo, it's deeply painful for me to look inside my own neighborly walls and see emptiness, but along this pathway, such beauty.
Yes, that's right. I have beauty over here and you have none there, and as long as the goose shall roam, you will not have beauty.
Yes, because everything over here is empty, and everything
Where over
there,
here, it grows. What are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do. Ronaldo has decided. Nothing you can do. Sit, goose, sit.
Is it oh so hard to imagine a life filled with love? Is it oh so hard to imagine being touched or hugged from up above? The curse that you've left in my yard, it makes my heart grow cold. Oh, come on, Reynaldo, is it really so hard? Has your heart grown so old? The pavement grows flowers while our garden is empty. The pavement grows flowers while my garden is dead. The pavement grows flowers while my garden is empty. You need love,
guys. That was The Pavement Grows Flowers While Our Garden is Empty from the show Haunted Garden. And I've got to, you're already an impressive audience with just this title. I mean, we go to Iowa and get things like cow poop as a title. We are back in New York. And just, you know, the whole scene, was that an allegory to the Trump years or what? So much was happening there. And then, you know, kind of, you look at Debbie. She's living next door to this guy, Roynaldo, or whatever his name is. He has a coos. And she can't figure out that something is going. She deserves whatever she gets. That's what I think. And then, Amy, your choreography. Could you do that one more time for me, please? Oh, my God. It is like Tevye and a stripper had a baby, ladies and gentlemen. That's the sexy Tevye. That's what I am calling it from now on. It's my new tradition. The cheesy theater things are going to keep coming. Our next presenters are a duet. And on a scale of 1 to 5, she is a 6. And he is obsessive. He loves Disney princesses, and he's kind of pretentious. So behind his back, we call him Moulin Rouge. I was pretty proud of that one. All right, put your hands together. Here they come. It is Pat Swearigan and Mallory Kinney.
Thank you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is our great honor and pleasure to be here. After all, Pat, you and I have played so many parts together. You know, he's played my brother, I played his mother, we've played lovers, but nothing compares to this.
I haven't seen you since the restraining order.
I know, it's been too long.
Folks, this song is a long-forgotten jewel in the crown of American musical theater. And we're presenting it to you tonight. That song, of course, is Putin, My Putin. You know that old chestnut.
Yeah. A new Western type of thing. Right? Cowboys and all that good stuff.
Comes from the musical Small Ego.
Yeah, it tells the story of a young man who's trying to take over the world and has a lot of people that he looks up to, of course.
Of course, in that small western town that he comes from. The small western town of Dodge City, Yiski.
Yeah. Dodge City, Yiski.
Dodge City, Yiski.
Yeah, you've all been there. Yes.
I play that young man.
You do, and I play your henchwoman of sorts.
Yes, I'm a young outlaw, and she's my henchwoman.
Yes, and
we're tired of people being diverse and free.
Yeah, there have been a lot of people coming into our towns on different color horses, and we're not into it.
No. So we're gonna take our shirts off and ride those horses.
It's the only right thing to do.
That's right. And in this scene in which Putin, My Putin takes place, I'm confessing to my second in command that maybe we're not right. We're on the wrong side of Dodge City, Yiski's history. Will we change? Will we stay the same? I guess that's for us to know.
And for you to find out.
As we present to you Putin, My Putin from the musical Small Ego. Thank you. So do you like me with my shirt on or shirt off?
Oh, yes, looking mighty good, mighty good, my sir. Yes, yes, yes. I think it's going to be the most intimidating look that you can have. I mean, if you were wearing anything to cover all that brawn, all that brass, all that shiny, glistening goodness, I mean, I don't know if anyone would run away.
You're laying it on a bit thick.
Sorry, sir. I mean, anytime I don't speak. Oh!
I have parked my horse outside in the stable.
What color?
The
color's
horse,
the
it is white, but there are brown spots.
Hello again, my friend Zelensky.
Yeah, it is me. May I come in and drink in your establishment?
If you can reach the bar. He's short guy.
Oh, yeah.
I am
barely
very
saw
short.
him.
I only appear tall.
Yeah.
The government has restricted my height to 4'7".
I hope you are like the restrictions we are placing on your farm, your commune, your compound.
I don't. I was going to take a different horse. I was going to bring my red horse, but my red horse I could not bring because of your restrictions. Instead, I brought my white horse with brown spots. Took me 3 times as long. Partially due to traffic.
Don't try and talk me out of my... Don't try and talk me out of it. You know you've been reading my journals.
I have been reading your journals.
They're very good journals. Yeah,
Every
they're
night
very
I
good.
travel 60 miles just to read your journals.
That's right. And sometimes I think I am too mean, too cruel, too against this wall. And I hear people talking, and I need people to tell me that my path is right. Will it be you, Zelensky? Probably
no, it will
not.
not be me, because I must be honest with you. I was going to bring a friend, but my friend could not come. Why? Because she has an orange turtle. I was going to bring another friend, but I could not bring him. Why? Because he has a purple sweater.
I spit on your diversity.
I spit on your business practices. I spit on your inhumanity. You will never survive with this type of divisiveness.
I need someone to tell me that I'm good again.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I'll tell you anything you want to hear.
Good in
okay?
my past, good in my evil, good in my cruelty, because sometimes I feel like people don't understand me.
Oh, sir. What can I say? You're the best. You're the best, better than all the rest.
Do you mean it?
Oh, I mean it. Can you see it? I'm telling you, you're the best.
Tell me more.
I'd follow you into the darkest night. I'd follow you with all my might. I'd follow you until you told me that I need to stop.
And I just want people to say, Putin, my Putin.
Putin, my Putin.
I want people to say, ooh, there he goes.
Putin, my Putin.
Putin. Oh, my Putin.
Putin, my Putin.
I'll go shirtless. I'll go with no clothes.
Oh, yes.
What else?
I think that you should always walk around completely nude.
Really?
I think that it's gonna put every single person in our community in the mood
Putin, my Putin.
to follow you until they can't anymore, to follow you until they're dragged on the floor, because I think that you are the leader for everyone.
I just want people to say, Putin, my Putin.
Putin, my Putin, my Putin.
Come and see just what he'll do today.
Putin, my Putin.
Oh, Putin, my Putin.
Putin, my
He can
Putin.
restrict my freedoms any old way.
Putin, my
He can
Putin.
restrict
That was Putin, my Putin from the show Small Ego. And I've just got to, it's one thing to be funny, and it's one thing to make up your dialogue, but to act the hell out of something while you're doing it. You get a title like Putin, my Putin, it would be so easy to just count on Russian stereotypes. But to see how deeply you took the work was just, oh my God. And then Rob, the way you could have had one accent, but you went with like 3 or 4, exceptional. We have already heard from Dan Aykroyd's lawyer, and he wants his Czechoslovakian royalty payments as well. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, that moment where Pat established the wall and then broke it. That's theater on a whole different level. And then, just to even think, okay, so the Koos was already sexy, and then Putin took it to a whole new... What was your favorite show before this one, sir? You don't know, because you can't think of any other shows. You are so in the moment with ours. That's how good it is. And speaking of in the moment, I do not know which one of these gems is going to be our winner, but I do know that every note you have heard this evening so far has been made up for the first time ever by our musical director, Mr. Gary Adler.
Thank you. That's really just a very kind way of saying I have no idea what I'm doing over here.
And no one is better at that than you are, Gary. We are going to rocket ahead. I'm very excited that our third presenter could be here today because he's been very busy. With Company 1776, there's been a lot of gender swapping in theater lately, and he has been doing the male version of that. He was recently in Wicked, where he played Alpha Bob. And he is in 1776, the upcoming 1776, playing Jim Adams. Very, very excited about that. And I gotta say, he was in a Chelsea production of a parody called Funny Boy. And Leah Michelle bumped him from that one too, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is tonight, Mr. Rob Schiffman.
Ladies and gentlemen, every now and then, a song comes along that changes the world. Changes the way we see ourselves and the way we choose to interact with those around us. It's extremely unlikely that this is one of those songs. But then in a long line of musical theater classics such as Summertime and Singin' in the Rain comes this new classic. I know you know. The song I'm speaking of course, is... Men's rejection is God's protection. Which comes to us from the musical Abstin-Lutely. Abstin-Lutely is the story about it's a story about changing times and changing values. And it tells the story of a preacher in the early 1800s, the early 1800s. Like I have any clue what happened then. But in the early 1800s is when this takes place in New England. And this is the story of a preacher who is preaching abstinence in the town. And it's how one young upstart challenges that system, and how ultimately the town grows and we all learn and have babies. Now, the song Men's Rejection is God's Protection is the song that I sing. I play that preacher. And this is the song where I am singing to this young man who's come to me to say, or who I've heard a bit about what's happening, and I'm essentially saying, you got to stop this nonsense. Now, the thing about the musical Abstin-Lutely that really grabbed the critics' attention, other than the obvious social relevance, was the lyrics. The lyrics to this melody were, or excuse me, to this musical were groundbreaking. This, in fact, was the first musical to ever use adverbs. That's good because we weren't simply making love, but we were making love cautiously, which helps with the story. Now, there was one lyric in particular that every time I sang it, it just felt like Sondheim and Shakespeare had a baby, ironically, and it was this lyric. You know the lyric I'm talking about because you were all singing it. You were all, you were tweeting it. You were tattooing it on your bodies. You were. Oh, that incredible lyric that fits so beautifully in the story, of course, is my dog called Bilu. Bilu? Is that right? Bilu? Yes. My dog called Bilu. Which fits just so beautifully in an 1800s, which is not the same thing, by the way, in case you're wondering, as the 18th century. Very different. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you come with me now to New England in the 1800s as I present to you the song, Men's Rejection is God's Protection, from the musical Abstin-Lutely, featuring the lyric, My Dog Called Bilu.
Thanks for seeing us, Reverend.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that it's okay that we're walking arm in arm and everything. I'll stop.
I'd prefer the bodies did not touch the bodies.
That's what I was telling you, Reverend.
Ezekiel said unto Jebediah, thou shalt not
touch bodies on bodies.
That's my favorite passage.
That's Ezekiel 12, chapter 9, channel 7. Channel 7.
Channel 7. My favorite passage, yeah.
I've heard rumor, I've heard tell that there's some things going on behind the curtains, behind the door, behind the
Things that you can't see through?
Things you can't see through. I've heard tell.
In Shakespeare, they call it an arras, A-A-R-R-A-S. That's in Hamlet, and it's chapter 6, verse 8.
What channel?
Channel 6.
Well, I can certainly see with a brain like yours why this man would be tempting. But right now, in these very times, there's things we have to understand. You must say no.
No.
For man is an animal that cannot control himself. Woman must tame that animal.
Sir, I've been looking at the fellas too, kind of itchy-eyed. I haven't told Mary Lou yet, but it's like gender is fluid and I'm just out for me.
I'll be honest with you, you're not the first person to come to me with this problem.
Really?
But there's some things you must understand.
We want to understand.
Some very, very important basics, some tenets that we lie down. Now, stand on the other side of me.
All right. It's a better stage picture this way.
Hold my hand now.
I thought we weren't supposed to touch.
I'm different, I'm a preacher.
Oh, right.
Hold on 1 second. May we all understand what it means to hold a hand. May we all seem to know what it means to stand toe to toe. But desire is a fire that will grow deep inside, that you know you and miss. If you break the rules, in hell you will die. For man's rejection is God's protection. It's his way of just saying no.
Say no.
Man's rejection is God's protection. When he tries to come in the door, you make him go. You understand? Or you need me to clarify?
I think I need a little bit more clarification.
Me too.
You feel desire, you feel strength, you feel love, you feel wanting the things that you need.
I really do.
You're a ground that is fertile, but your soil should never accept his seed. There are devices, there's ways of saying no. Simply put your hand out there and flat. If he tries to grab you, smack him on the slab. You might just as well tell him where it's at. 'Cause God's protection is God's protection. It's God's way of just saying no.
I believe.
Man's rejection is God's protection. When he tries to come in the door, you make him go. If you get lonely, if you get crazy, the truth is it happens as we know. If you can't control it, come to me, don't hold it. I'll introduce you to my dog called Beeler. It's God's protection. It's God's protection. It's God's way of ending the show.
I believe.
I say man's protection is God's protection. When he opens the door, you'll just say no more.
No
more.
You'll teach him the score.
No more.
Lay down on that floor.
No more.
He'll want to score,
No
but the
more.
answer will always be no.
Well, guess we just went to church, everybody. That was Men's Rejection is God's Protection from the show Abstinently. So much to say. In these times of reproductive challenges and attacks, to learn that God has a plan for us is such a relief. And, you know, just from a historical point of view, so much going on. For example, in New England, where it was clearly set, people spoke with a Southern accent in the early 1800s. You know, you might think America was pretty new. There'd probably be a British influence. You'd be wrong. I wish there were children here to learn from the lessons of that last scene. And again, the acting. Pat, your versatility. I believed you were attracted to a woman. It shocked me. That was amazing. Anyway, I thought that would get a much bigger laugh. So we're going to move on. You know what? We have heard all three of the nominees, and it is almost time to vote, everybody. Are you excited? Good. Let me explain to you how we're going to vote. If you look underneath your chairs, you'll see there are little fancy electronic voting indicators. Sir, there are none. There are none. You made the mistake of sitting in the light spill. I was thrilled that you did that. Thank you. No, that's not how we're going to vote. We are needy, damaged performers, so you will be voting by applause. So, she likes that idea. Good. Let's say you enjoyed a show. It wasn't necessarily your favorite, but they tried real hard. You're going to vote as though you were wearing gloves at a golf tournament, very lightly and softly, like this. Even that's more than some of the shows deserve, folks. Now, conversely, if you loved a show, it was your absolute favorite, and you want to do whatever it takes to make sure your favorite won, you are going to go 54 below crazy like this. All right. Evidently, we have not earned your standing. That is fine, but that could make a difference when the voting occurs. And after you vote, I'm just going to run backstage quickly, call the Electoral College, find out who really won. Then we're going to get on with the second part of our show. But you know what, everyone? We have done so many amazing things. We don't expect you to remember all of it. So won't you please welcome the presenters back to the stage while we walk you through each show. Everybody, our first show told the story of one innocent neighbor who was living next to a warlock by the name of Reynaldo, as everything in town but his yard died. The show was Haunted Garden. The song was "The Pavement Grows Flowers While Our Garden is Empty." If this is our Phony Award winner, please vote now! Then our next show took you to a world I hope never happened. When back in the wild, wild west in a town called Dodge Siditsky, one cowboy was doubting his intentions. The song was Putin, My Putin. The show was Small Ego. If this is our winner, clap now. And then finally, after two very secular numbers, with many of you thinking, but what about God? We brought God to you, and we shook the rafters. Not only did we bring God, we brought a lesson about birth control, ladies and gentlemen. The song is "Men's Rejection is God's Protection" from the show Abstinutely. If this is your favorite, vote now! Ma'am, it was a very close vote until you stood up. One person can make a difference, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner is "Men's Rejection is God's Protection."
I don't know what to say. I'm so honored and thrilled that this little musical finally got the acknowledgement that it deserves. So many musicals have been written about the 1800s and the lack of allowed intercourse. So many, Cats, Phantom. I do, as much as I want to accept this award simply for myself, I actually really want to dedicate this award to my father. My father died 10 years before I was born, and I never got to meet him. But Dad practiced abstinence, and here I am. So As much as I want to also take credit for all of this on my own, I can't because, of course, somebody else wrote that incredible title, Man's Rejection is God's Protection. Where are you, writer? Where are you? Are you here? Right here? Come on up. Come here. Come on up. Come here. Here. Can you step up here? Can you make it? I'll go around. There's steps right there if you want. Keep it going. Keep it going. Come. We did it. We did it. Ah. Tell them your name.
My name is Zeph.
What?
My name is Zeph.
Zeph. Now, Zeph, where did you come up with this incredible title, Man's Rejection is God's Protection?
I mean, I heard it from a podcast from Chicago. And it's apparently about, like, someone who's really slutty, and then, like, he was very glad that he didn't go on a date, because otherwise he would have gotten, like, some kind of STD, so.
Uh-huh. You heard this from a podcast in Chicago. Zev, as much as I would like to stand up here and thank people, I know you have people to thank, so Zev, the show's yours. Go ahead. Oh, what a shame, Zev. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Go sit down. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Sorry, we got to keep the sponsors happy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. What color were those pants? Red, white, and blue, ladies and gentlemen. And rocking the Chanel fringe, Zeph. Well done, well done. Speaking of well done, just when you think tonight can't get even more exciting, it does.
What?
Folks, we have a legend of the Phony Awards, here to sing her classic winning song, which is, of course, the title, No More Birds, Please. An anthem, really. An emotional line in the sand where someone says, no more birds, please. Not only are they strong, they are polite. This comes from the show Tuppence a Dead Bird. It's an edgy show, ladies and gentlemen. And one woman she can't do it anymore. And she sings a song called No More Birds, Please. And here to sing that award-winning song is a Phony Award legend. Please put your hands together for Missa Thompson.
Thank you all so much. I'm so excited to be here for the very first time with all of you. That was all. Every once in a while, I get to do a song that really matters and really pulls at our heartstrings and shows us what we really should find important in life, and I believe that this is that song. And with all my heart, I give you No More Birds, Please. This is for Kelly. Twilight in the heavens, speaking soft to me. Sixes and sevens always make 1 and 3. But every day I walk away from the magic of your smile, from the way that you would dial my number and plead. No more birds, please. I'm all washed away. No more birds, please. I'm ready for a new day. Tying my shoes on the sidewalk, listening to you as you speak, feeding you from the sad trough, pressing a seat to your beat, and every day you fly, walking across the clouds so blue, and up in the sky, this rude old word comes through when you say no more birds, please. I'm standing out in the cold. No more birds, please. I know that I'm getting old. I see the woman covered in pigeon poop, and she's smiling at me. And I see the man who scatters bread to every winged creature on the street. But no more birds, please. I'm begging you out in the cold. No more birds, please. I'm waiting, I'm anticipating. I'm down on my knees and I'm begging you, no more birds,
Miss Thompson! Amazing, amazing job. And that was a tough song to sing. I didn't want to say anything before, but we do have representatives from the Audubon Society here, and I was worried. And Missa came tonight. She said she'd been attacked by a pigeon just before the show. Missa, what was your emotional image? What were you dealing with during that song?
There were so many emotions. There was a lot of horror. And
She is a vegetarian, everybody.
yes, true. And no birds were harmed in the making of this song.
Such an important, ethical treatment of birds. Solidarity. Thank you so much. Missa Thompson. That was wonderful, Missa. And Gary, you played well. Speaking of Gary, I do have to tell you that nearly every significant American musical of the last 150 years has started with an overture, and so does this one. So,
is this on?
I couldn't agree more. So here, with the overture to Abstinently, including perhaps part of the song Man's
Man's
rejection
rejection
is
is
God's protection. Please welcome back our musical director, Mr. Gary Adler.
Follow what they say. Follow what they do. Listen to what all they say, and your dreams will come true.
Follow what they do. Follow what they say. I'm going through a crisis. Don't know if I'm straight or gay.
If they tell you don't do it, then don't do it. Don't do it at all. If they tell you don't do it, don't do it. It'll be your downfall.
Repression.
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 It will kill you in the end.
Repression. Repression.
Repression.
Repression.
Remember, it's a sin.
Oh, remember-
Everything in the world's a sin. Thanks for coming over. My mom's been acting real weird since Pa died.
Oh, that's really, really sad. I mean, loss is just a part of life, I guess. It only makes you stronger, I suppose. But sometimes I feel weak.
Are you wanting me to catch you if you fall?
Would you? I mean, I would really kind of like that.
Can I touch your
Watch it, buddy.
smock?
No one's ever asked to touch my smock before.
I'm just asking for consent.
Hello, children. I've brought you muffins.
Oh, Ma, you didn't have to make us fresh muffins.
Of course I did, dear. Your father would have wanted me to. God rest his soul wherever he is.
I'm surprised you made it across the yard, what, with that wild goose.
Yes. The garden has died, but the pavement is full of flowers, dear. And a little flower that you are, so sweet and innocent, just like I was when I met your father. God rest his soul.
Mommy, you know that Reverend is single, from what I understand.
Oh, dear.
Ah!
Yeah,
I
him
didn't didn't give you.
Hit him again!
I didn't give you consent to touch me.
I'm your mother. I put the buttons there. I can touch them.
Yeah, she brought you into this world and she can take you out.
Fine, take her side. I'm gonna go eat my muffin and sit behind the woodshed.
Oh, dear.
He's always sitting behind that woodshed. That's
I know.
usually where I find him.
Of course you do. Men like to spend a lot of time alone with wood. They like to chop it and build things and make things and see things. It's just all that wood.
I wonder what would happen if we could touch that wood too.
This is a society of norms.
Mm-hmm.
In it, you always have to conform.
I always try to stick to the very straight line. And if I do it, I'll reach the end in due time.
Stick to the path, dear. Stick to the path. Stick to the path, dear. Or you will feel his wrath.
Oh, I'll stick to the path, dear. Stick to the path.
Or you will feel his wrath.
Once I had a dream, and there was wrath all around me. It was like brimstone and fire, and I was sitting up on a really hot pyre. I didn't really like it, so I committed to never really sitting and always staying true, and never really thought of anything else.
Stick to the path, dear.
I'll stick to the path. Stick to the path, dear.
Or you will feel his
Don't
wrath.
wanna feel that. Stick to the path, dear. Stick to the path. And we'll never, never, ever, never, ever, ever feel his wrath.
Oh.
Thank you for those Sunday biscuits.
Ah, yes, these were a recipe given to me by my husband's mother. God rest her soul and
God
his
rest
soul.
his soul, God rest her soul.
Yes,
God
preacher.
rest all souls. Just
Oh,
keep doing this. You'll
yes.
cover them eventually.
Of course, preacher. It is such an honor to. What? Oh. I felt.
Please do not raise the brow of your hat in my...
Would it be easier if it were here?
Actually, please do. I must admit to you, I've never seen someone so beautiful in my whole life. Miss Porterson, may I call you Cecil? Well, let me start by asking you, does your name happen to be Cecil?
Not exactly.
Well, do you mind if I call you that?
If it makes you feel better, preacher.
Well, my late wife was named Cecil.
It wasn't Cecily. That's more of a lady
It was
name.
for a while, but then she had the E cut off.
Yes,
Because we didn't want to have children.
I understand. I have only one, the best one.
Yes, I know about your children, and I'd frankly like a full report. I've been hearing rumors about your child and your child's beau.
Yes, well, he has a lady friend, and she follows the path exactly
Back and
because
forth.
of the wrath. He's such a good boy.
Yes, but is he a good boy, Cecil? Is he a good boy?
Thunder sound.
Preacher, I beseech you to help make him good.
I will help make him good. I haven't taken these gloves off since my wife passed away.
I've never touched anyone since my husband passed away,
I
except
don't
myself. but
even
that's-
have skin.
Then leave the gloves on, preacher, please.
A very short song.
Okay.
Prayer for you.
Oh, yes, all right. I'm listening.
May the Lord allow me to touch you. May the Lord not be amiss. desire is wrong. Desire's not right. Somehow I long for you still, though I might say that I cannot feel you, not here at all. Desire will be my downfall. No. Bring your child here! Bring your child here now!
Dear! Come see the preacher, dear!
Hello, sir.
Oh, I have to bake my muffins.
Ezekiel said unto Ebediah, Thou shalt not let thine own skin touch thine own skin. That's Ezekiel 4, verse 7, channel 9.
That's my favorite passage.
Here's the thing, preacher. I got the itchy eye for the guys, too.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
Really?
It's not wrong,
No?
but it's not right. Stand on my right and left.
This makes a better stage picture.
Hold my gloves.
I thought we weren't supposed to touch.
These are
I'm
new.
a preacher. I'm different. Learn from me, children. Learn from me. Hand in hand, hand in hand. That is as far as our good Lord had planned. Keep apart, eyes to eyes. Don't you let sounds emit, not moans or sighs. Keep your love hidden. Stay from that dance. Some things belong inside the pants. Keep your heart holding inside. Never let yourself just ride, for man's rejection is God's protection. It's God's way of just saying no. Man's rejection is God's protection. Though he wants to come and make that guy go. I know that you're feeling desire now. You're leaning towards me, it's true, as we know. I feel it too, just not for you, but if you need an outlet, trust my dog called Below. And God's rejection is God's protection. It's God's way of ending the show. Man's rejection is God's protection, though he wants to say yes.
He wants to say yes.
And get under that dress.
Get under this dress.
It's a spiritual mess. So simply say, wait.
I brought more Forget the muffins.
I can't.
You just touched me again.
I can't.
You have to.
I can't.
Do it!
What's happened to me?
You changed. You understand that a fire inside your heart isn't a bad thing. It's beautiful.
Hey, everybody, look! Boulet's making out with that old goose.
Oh, hey, love is love.
Nature says it too, preacher. What say you?
What say I?
What say you?
I'll tell you what say I.
Yes. Oh. You have your
I have
skin.
skin-colored blood. Don't worry.
God, that's amazing. Thanks for keeping that on.
If you wanna make love, then just make love. If you wanna make smiles, then just make smiles. If you wanna go miles, then travel far.
If you wanna make love, then just make love. If you wanna just smile, smile, smile. If you wanna
just then know it and go grab and show it.
Just go try it and then you'll fry it.
Love is
heavenly.
We are Broadway's next hit musical. With Mallory Kinney, Rob Schiffman, Deborah Rabai, Missa Thompson,